that we are all here today because you are experiencing some form of math anxiety. I want you to know that this is totally normal. Each of you are very anxious about the individual role and functions you are responsible for in the world of arithmetic that you live in. I wanted to see you all as a group today because each of you performs one of the 4 basic operations of arithmetic. Collectively, you are arithmetic. You are all essential players in the world of arithmetic. You complement each other. You need each other. And as such, I thought it best to discuss your math anxiety as a group. So, why don't you tell me what's on your minds? Mine's on, everyone. Start by telling me your first name.
My name's Addition, also known as adding plus adding equals sum. I want to add my 2 cents. This is my math anxiety. Every time I am invited into a situation, equations, they just want to pump. They just want me to pump them up. I'm always there to pump numbers up, and I don't like it, and I feel like I'm being used, and people always want to know what I can bring to the situation.
My name is Subtraction, also known as minuend minus subtrahend equals difference. I have the opposite problem. Every time I join an equation, the group gets smaller, and I feel like it's something I've done. I feel like I'm deflating the energy in the equation. Please tell me you can help me with this separation anxiety. I really hope I'm going to take something away from this therapy.
My name is multiplication, also known as factor x, factor equals product. Addition, I can really relate to your anxiety, but my anxiety seems to be many times worse than yours. Every time I get into an equation, things explode and the numbers get so big, so fast.
My name is Division, also known as dividend over divisor equals quotient. Well, I can relate to your problems and anxiety subtraction, but my story is even more fractured than yours. Do you want the long or the short of it? Every time I come into a situation, like an equation, things get broken up and split up into so many pieces. What am I doing to cause things to disperse so fast and into so many parts?
Addition, I wish you could see the positive side of your characteristics. Don't you realize that you're the simplest numerical task? You are even accessible to toddlers. What you do is so positive because it relates to situations of combining things and joining.
Yeah, that's true. I am thankful that I'm so flexible, and I can operate in any order and do my work in parts.
Yes, and multiplication, the same goes for you. Order doesn't matter, and you can work in parts.
You're so lucky. For me, order is everything. I don't have that flexibility.
That's true in my case too. Order is everything. If you reverse the order, the outcome is radically different.
And don't you see how division is really about sharing and equal distribution of resources? Everybody benefits. Everybody gets a piece of the pie.
That's true. And if there's some left over after we've handed out equal shares, then we can just have it as leftovers. Or as we like to call it, remainders.
Whoa, that's cool. Remainders.
We've never experienced that.
No way.
Oh.
And subtraction, you need to see that division is really just repeated subtraction.
It's true. It's just that division is so much faster than I can ever be.
I'm so glad we're beginning to relate to each other. I understand now that you have different issues when it comes to your relationship with Zero.
I don't mind hanging out with Zero. It doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Hanging with a bunch of zeros has no effect on me.
I mind. When I hang with zeros, I completely lose myself and become nothing.
I'm so divided on this issue. I have a very complex relationship with Zero. Sometimes they totally wipe me out, and other times things just don't seem to be possible.
Thank you for sharing, everyone. I hope the four of you can see that you're like a family to each other. You are all related. All of you bring meaning to the equation, and you offer a different perspective. You all share very special relationships with each other. Addition and subtraction, you two need each other. You complement each other.
Yeah.
And the same goes for you, multiplication and division. You share the same number stories.
I know that I can always count on you to undo something if I've brought too much.
And I know that I can rely on you if I need a second opinion in an operation that I've just performed. You know, we balance each other so well.
The same goes for us. We're inverse operations.
Yes, we can both represent the same situation, but in different ways.
This is amazing. So you see addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. As pairs, you make up a fact family, a set of 4 number sentences that can be used to describe the same situation.
And you know, if you ever feel that things are just taking too long to resolve, you can also turn to me to speed up the process.
Yeah, I realize that both of us are concerned with putting numbers together, but at different speeds and in different ways.
The same goes for my relationship with you. I will always be there to help speed up the process for you.
Yeah, and I realize that both of us are concerned with taking things apart. Only you do it so much faster than I do.
Do you see how connected you are? Think of all the incredible things that you can do together that helps humankind. What would people do without all of you? How would they cook or plant trees, grow food, distribute that food, or clothing, or build homes, or even distribute medicine? You need to overcome your anxieties and just think about how important you are in this world. People could not function without all the work that you do, both as individual operations and as a team.
Yeah, I'd just like to add that I think you're positively right.
Let's continue to take action, even if it means that numbers will be lost.
Let's continue to consolidate as a team, even if it means that the situation grows exponentially.
Even with my split personality, I feel like I can learn to divide and conquer. Just a bit of division humor.
Now, addition, may I please have the pen once and for all? It's okay. It'll be all right. Thank you. Now, if any of you need any hands-on support, I'll write you a prescription. This prescription will be for good counters, linking cubes, 10 frames, dice, number lines, and dominoes. This is just to name a few manipulative supports. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to wrap up the session for the day. I've got a few numbers waiting outside, and they need to see me.
Yes, I know. It's a few from the Prime family. It's a very dysfunctional family. They don't like it when I'm around. They just block me out. Unless my single friend 1 is around.
I get that. I have no problem with number 1. Doesn't affect me at all.